Dr. Brian McDonough brings a unique combination of talents to our Broadcast Pioneers Hall of Fame. In a long and distinguished career, his focus has been on information technology and broadcast news journalism, as well as patient care and management. His medical reports are featured on more than 500 radio stations across the country. He's the recipient of 4 Emmy Awards. He has been a regular contributor to the NBC Today Show. He has written breaking news for KYW News Radio in Philadelphia, where he serves as medical editor. A graduate of LaSalle and Temple Universities, his broadcast career began on WIP radio. In less than a year, he was appearing twice weekly on WHYY television. In January 1988, he filed his first report on KYW News Radio. A half year later, he joined Channel 29 and the 10 o'clock news. It was then he completed his residency and fellowship training at St. Francis Hospital and Temple University. He is a recipient of the Jules Bergman National Medical Broadcaster of the Year Award. He is also a recipient of the prestigious Walter Alvarez Award for Science Writing. Despite his busy media schedule, he continues to practice medicine on a daily basis. Dr. McDonough serves as Clinical Professor of Family Medicine at Temple University School of Medicine. At St. Francis Hospital, he serves a triple role: Chairman of the Family Medicine Department, Chief Medical Information Officer, and as a member of the Board of Directors. Please welcome Dr. Brian McDonough into the Broadcast Pioneers Hall of Fame.
Just getting an introduction from someone as legendary as Larry Kane really says all I need to say, which is that I am very humbled to be a member of this Hall of Fame. I was lucky enough to get into broadcasting many years ago, and I've been lucky enough to survive largely because of 3 things that I believe were important. The 3 A's as opposed to the 3 B's, but affability, accuracy, and accountability. And I always have tried to do that. I think I've also learned something else. I learned to read audiences, so I'm going to keep this to about 1:30. And I learned that in television very quickly. Thank you. One of the things that I want to do, so I keep it at 1:30, is I want to thank the people who have been so important in my career and who have helped me. Early on, Scott Herman, who is now an executive vice president at CBS, Scott took the opportunity, the kindness, to take my call and allow me to go into broadcasting and learn. For 6 months on Friday mornings from 6 a.m. to 7, he would have me write medical reports. I'd go back down to the hospital and I would track them. And people like Harry Donahue would then retract them and tell me what they should sound like. And he taught me how the hard work and the ability to be a broadcaster isn't something you get just by showing up. You do it by practice. And I always remember him for that. To the people at KYW, those here tonight like Mark Rayfield, David Yageroff, Steve Butler, Bill Roswell, who I'm honored to go into the Hall of Fame with, I want to thank all of them for what they've done. Roger LeMay at Channel 29, who decided that it was easier to teach a doctor how to do broadcasting than to teach a broadcaster to be a doctor and let me go on television. All of these people played an extremely valuable role, but honestly, the people who played the greatest role were my family. My father is no longer with us. My mother is too ill to be here today, but if you listen to KYW 2, 3, 4 times a day, my mother would listen 12, 13, 14 times a day, and she heard every report. She would know if I was on at 2:10, and she'd wonder if the 8 o'clock hour why I was removed and why I didn't come in, and I would get calls. I want to thank my brother and my sister for being here today. My brother's wife is also here today. I want to thank my syndicator, Joel Adler, who from the very beginning, although in the very beginning he said that he didn't think I had much of a future, from what I hear. He's been syndicating me around the country for many years, and we've worked together. And most importantly, my children, Ashleen and Kristen, who are here tonight. My son Brian's at the University of Pittsburgh. He can't be here. And my wife Diane. You have to understand, and many of you understand the broadcast business. The broadcast business combined with a real medical practice are probably 2 of the most exciting but stressful things for someone, and for a family, it can be tough. I literally have been on call every night since I started KYW in 1988. My residents know if they can't get another doctor, well, he's always on because he's on call for radio. And that's the way it's always been, and I love it. But you have to have a saint someone who's there to help raise your children. We had 3 kids under the age of 4 at one point, and I was off doing TV 3-4 nights a week, so you know what it's like. So I want to thank all of you. I promise to be brief. This has been a tremendous honor, something I will not forget, and thank for so many of you for being here. Thank you.